Eleanor Roosevelt had a really stupendous impact on the civil rights movement. It's really interesting how unconcerned the federal government was with segregation, discrimination, lynching.
Eleanor was a very big force in promoting civil rights. And again, if there wasn't this ability to do it formally through the administration, both Roosevelts did understand the power of the symbolism of engaging African American leaders and the message that it would send to American voters.
Eleanor Roosevelt was someone who traveled around the country, who was responsive, who really, I think, in her position, she became exposed to these realities and concerned about them. And she became an ally.
She was allowed to say things he couldn't say. So he would be hesitant to support an anti-lynching bill, for example. She would make speeches about it. She would write her column about it.
She took that very seriously, that she was the first lady of the whole country. And she was open to talking and working with Black activists and bringing in Black voices.
The relationship she had with Marian Anderson, the relationship with Mary McLeod Bethune, to create these relationships with African American leaders wasn't policy, but it showed the country that this community is welcome into the White House, that this community is part of the American fabric.
It was a major breakthrough for Black people when Eleanor Roosevelt formed that relationship with Mary McLeod Bethune, and the two of them started to work together on Black issues. And just that moment when Eleanor Roosevelt, she herself had trouble sometimes getting to the president, writing notes to him and leaving them on his nightstand with requests from Black Americans.
There's a moment in 1938 when the Southern Conference on Human Welfare meets, the great illustrious stars of the South who want to see change. But the meeting is segregated, and Eleanor Roosevelt sits in the Black section, and she is interrupted by the police who come in and tell her she must move. And she moves into the center.
That is such a powerful statement, symbol. And as a result of this group begins lobbying for anti-poll tax legislation, which is something the president had encouraged.
Eleanor Roosevelt's major contribution was the Declaration of Human Rights for the UN, and her leading that delegation, bringing forward this idea that all these things that we hold and value in our nation become a standard for the world, and hence a standard for us as well. She knew well the contradictions that existed between laying out that and the reality for Black Americans in the nation, and that she had to come back and work even harder.
And Eleanor Roosevelt essentially said, never go anywhere without your gang. No one person can do this alone. We need to build community. We need to go door to door, block by block, community by community, and get people with the movement. That was the most important thing. And the second most important thing is it's not enough just to speak about it. We have to do something about it.